When I quit my job, the hardest part was making decisions with no one to ask. When you're part of an agency or part of a team, the likelihood is that there's someone above you who you can always go to and ask questions. When you go solo, that just completely disappears. So when you're just first getting started, you're always kind of wondering whether you're making the right choices. Do I take this client brief even though it feels off? When's a good time to put my prices up? Do I have enough proof? Should I double down on this platform or try something new? It's this constant merry-go-round of I need to make a choice. Is it the right choice? And that kind of indecision can almost paralyze you in your own business. So for me, here's the framework that I landed on to make decision making incredibly simple. All you need to do is ask yourself, will I regret not knowing? Not what's the safest option, because that leads to you staying still. Not what do others think, because then you're answering your own question with someone else's answer. By asking yourself whether you regret not knowing, you make the decision very simple. It becomes yes or no. There's no other pathways to run down. And I think it's important to realize that, look, you're not always going to make the right choice. I've made mistakes using the same framework, but I've had far fewer decisions where I feel paralyzed because I'm not sure which way to go or I'm afraid of making the wrong choice. And I think that fear is quite natural. No one really wants to make a decision that could lead them down the wrong path, but you also don't want to be standing still where you're making no decisions. So if you're in the early stages of building something of your own, I'm going to be sharing my perspective on what I'm doing and what's working for me and decisions that I'm going to get wrong along the way. So if you want to see some of that and you want to maybe see if some of those decisions work out for you, go ahead and subscribe and join me on this journey.